Alright, I had so much fun making my golden bullet. I'm going to make another one. I tell you, I really had a good time with this. It turned out 100 times better than I thought it would. It's super cool. I mean, you could technically make a nice little hanging thing. Solid gold. Oh, it's 12 karat. But that is pretty cool right there. Now, what do we have left over? Y'all saw, this is the actual piece, that extra I had in it. It took a lot less gold than I thought it was going to take. So, this actually weighs right at 30 grams, right close to it. And I actually have 34 grams right here on the piece that I actually was extra that cut off the top. So technically I have enough really to pour another bullet with just the scrap I got here. But I'm going to take and add maybe just a little bit more just so I have a little extra so it comes over the top. We're going to have maybe, I think I'll probably go around 40 grams before I pour it. Just to make sure I got enough. It'll just be at the top and we can use it for something else. But we're going to do that. So let me go ahead and we're going to get the kiln fired up. We got to make another cast mold of the bullet. Get this melted down and pour another bullet. Y'all ready? Let's do it. This is awesome. All right, what we got here, we got some new sand put into our cast mold here. We got the bullet here. I got this so, I built this so when you put it in here, it actually help pour it down in here. But next thing we need to do is press this bullet center right here about halfway down into the mold, which we're going to do right now. That's going to create half of the imprint right there. Pretty close. See if I can straighten it just a tad. All right, I think we're pretty good. I think we're about halfway down. What we'll do now is put some release agent in here. Then we'll have to put this back on top, start packing it all around it, create a nice little void where it will come down in here at, and we'll be good to go. So let's get this started. We'll flip this over on top, pack it in around it, separate it, and we'll have a nice mold there. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of release agent on it right now. All right, here we go. All right, we got the other half on top. We are actually packing this sand around the bullet down inside of there now. And trying to keep this little pour thing in here too. I want to keep that somewhat close. I have to hold. All right, I got to do this with two hands. So I'm going to hold this in here and pound at the same time. So I can't videotape and do both of those. All right, let's get this packed in here really good. And then I'll show you the final result of the imprint. Here we go. All right, let's pull it apart here and see what we got here. Oh, that looks good. That imprint looking good right there. And that's looking good right there. I like that. We'll have to build us a little canal right there, but we got to get this bullet out of here now. Let's get it out of here like that. That is a nice looking imprint. We just got to create the pour section in here and then put it back together. And we'll have our mold to pour the gold in. Looking good. I like it. All right, as you can see, we got a nice pour hole right there, which that'll have to be cut off. A little bit bigger than the last one, really. We'll have to heat this up really good. Get this thing cooking. We're up to 1,255 degrees on the gold. Got a little ways to go on that yet, so let's go ahead and start heating this up and get this thing warm. All right, we're up to 2,100 degrees. Oh my God. You'll see when we get in here how hot it is. Oh my God. Are y'all ready? I'm gonna leave it closed as long as I can. We just heated the mold up again and we are ready to pour. We don't have a lot of extra gold in here, so we're gonna have to be very careful to make sure. Look at my gloves are smoking. And we're coming out with it right now. Get ready to go in right now. Here we go. We're going all the way in with it. All at once. Oh, shoot. That's not going to make it. I missed it just a little. Well, it did make it down in there, though, so we might be okay. I got a couple little pieces of gold that splattered out here. But as you see, if you look down in there, I'm above the top, so we might be okay. That's probably $30, $40 worth of gold right there. We're going to collect it for sure. We're not going to waste gold. We'll get it. Man, it's just so hot dealing with this stuff. Woo! Alright, let's let that cool just for a minute, and we'll check it out. Gold and gold. Gold and gold right there. Alright, we'll get it though. Alright, it's time for the reveal. Did we do as good a job this time as we did last time? I'm hoping we did, but we'll find out. I see the gold up inside of it. Alright, the question is though, how is it? Are we ready? Not looking bad. Not looking bad at all. It looks clean. We'll have to cut that little tab off, but we did have enough gold, even though I spilled just a little bit. It's not looking bad though. It's still very hot, but it looks good. Oh my God, that is beautiful. I just want to show y'all real quick. This is a little bit that I spilled, and just a little bit left in the crucible. Let's see what it actually weighs. Gold is expensive. This just little scrap pieces of gold right here. 12 carats, about $30 a gram. This is almost 3 grams. That's almost $100 worth of gold right there, just in scrap junk. $100, unbelievable. We're gonna get started right now. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to clean this bullet up. All right, I'm gonna explain a little more in this video what I go through once I make something. It is gold, sterling, whatever. You gotta go through a little process. You know this has got to come off right here. So the first thing we want to do is cut it. And boy, I hate cutting gold because you're really spraying gold everywhere and it's not collectible. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful gold coming through there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, but you get the idea what I got to do here. Alright, as you see, we got the end cut off and it's starting to shine it up a little bit. What I got here is this is 500 grit. And a little sponge, which as I press it down in here and I do my little sander on it, it kind of gives a little bit of a more rounded hit. You don't, straight on a hard surface will give it a flat cut. So this way, like I got that little seam right there we're going to take out. But this way it kind of gives a nice rounded grind on it. And I'll show you here in a second how it's working. You see it starting to take out that little seam mold right there. What we'll do is we'll go over this whole thing like that until we get all the seams out. Then what I'm going to do is I'll fold it in half like this. And what we'll do is we'll clean each one of these grooves out like this. So that they're all nice and cleaned up. Like that. The bottom we will set on a flat surface and take the bottom right off. Like this. So it's nice and flat. We'll definitely have to take a little bit off that to get it nice and smooth. Little mold issue there, but it'll come right clean. We'll take it right straight down to flat on that. And you see it starting to take that little ridge off right there already. But we'll go with the whole boat with that. Then what we'll do is we'll take our buffing wheel, and this outside I'll show you the buff when we get to it. But got little tiny specks in here. We'll have to take all that off right there. Solid gold. I'm loving it. All right, I'm gonna get started here. I'm gonna waste your time showing everything I do. There's little tiny seam mold, not much at all though. We gotta get out. All right, here I go. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. I put these glasses on so I can really see up close and try to take care of any imperfections that I can. It's a natural bullet, so it does have imperfections. When they mold them, they don't do them perfect. They just mold and fire, So. But for a jewelry piece and looking out, if I got just a slight little place on it, I will take it out if I can smooth it out. So when I buff it out, you won't see any imperfections in it. But bullets have imperfections. But it's coming out really nice. I've got it cleaned up pretty good now. I don't know if y'all can see that pretty good on the camera there. But it's starting to look pretty good. We're getting closer all the time. I'm going to try to take a couple more of these infractions and buff it out. And when we get the buffing out, I'll show you the buffing. All right, here we go. All right, we got to the point we can buff it out now. Well, we use a little bit of this Jeweler's Rouge on it here. I'll put just a little bit of that on it. And hopefully y'all can see this. I don't know if you'll see it or not, but go on here. And how much that thing will buff out. Oh my God, it will go like brand new. Look at that. See it's buffing out just as pretty. Anyway, we're gonna do this whole bullet like that. Buff it out. Oh, it's coming beautiful. Look at that. Alright, we gotta go with this whole thing, go down inside each one of these grooves and buff them out, each one of them. Each one, we're gonna buff out like that. But so the whole thing is perfect shiny. Like I said, this has come from a real Civil War bullet, so you're gonna have just a couple infractions on it. I don't wanna take the gold off to get to them, but it's gonna be beautiful. A real Civil War bullet. Now, if you did a mold, you could have it perfect, but this actually came from a bullet that a Civil War soldier was actually carrying. This is a gold mold right straight from a bullet that was used in the Civil War. All right, we're going to buff it all out now. Let's do it. And we are done. Oh, my God. That is one beautiful golden bullet. Ringtail sharp from the Civil War. Last thing I do here is take this polishing cloth and polish it up with this right here, even in the grooves. I'll put some pictures up at the end so y'all can see the full beauty of that bullet. It's unbelievable. Number 2, I'll put some pictures up at the end of this one and both of them together. Unbelievable, guys. Appreciate everybody coming on with me to make this bullet. I can see my reflection perfect in it. Unbelievable. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, subscribe to the Gigmaster. What are we going to do next? You never know. Stay tuned.